21 days to build a habit. 3 weeks to change yourself for the better. Starting today, I'm going on a journey to improve my thinking, become a better person, and mend my mentality. Well, apparently 21 days is a myth, and it's actually more around 66 days, but regardless, whenever I do say or think something that I don't really like, I'm going to switch which arm this Velcro strap is on. And the goal is to keep it on the same arm for 66 days, and then hopefully I will have improved. This is going to be the worst. Yeah. And while we're doing this, I'm going to talk about some of my experiences with TF2 and how I think it's the game that started this experiment for me. Oh, we spawned at the very start of a Thunder Mountain, which is great because we're going to be here a while. Are you real? Okay, you are real. Before I get into some of the experiences, I want to talk about, like, why are you doing this? Why are you even here? A few months ago, I watched a video called Your Theme by CPG Grey, which is an excellent channel. I would love if this whole recording goes and I don't hit a single headshot. Okay, well, there you go. That'd be hilarious. He's gonna jump? Okay. CPG Grey, Your Theme. Basically, it's around New Year's resolution time, and people in general are not great at resolutions. You may have had a resolution and dropped it a few days in and then came back for a different resolution. Watch the video. It's going to give you a better explanation. But basically, the premise is that it's easier to give yourself a theme instead of rigid goals, because you can always work towards that, no matter the situation. Like what the theme means is different to you, instead of making a rigid goal that at some point that you think is unrealistic and you just fail. With a theme, you can always work towards it. Yeah. We're surviving. That's unlikely. I really want to hit this fire arrow. Oh, nice. Yo. But what? The pyro doesn't get an assist for that? That's so ridiculous. He single-handedly caused that arrow to kill. An important point that I want to bring up before we go further is, when you see a skip forward in time, a cross dissolve or whatever, a jump cut, it's not because I lost and I'm trying to not show it. It's because I lost my train of thought and I just want to keep this more concise. Believe me, every time this armband switches hands, you're gonna see it. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. But some theme examples are like the theme of health, the theme of novelty, the theme of learning. Ooh. Well played. And I've gotten some other friends to do this. One of my friends is doing the year of creativity, and they're going to focus on creating things, and they're going to work towards different miniature goals to get there and take the route of creativity. My theme this year is going to be the year of the mind. I want to improve my mindset, and I want to take care of things that have been bothering me in the back of my mind that I want to work on. Some of those goals are like, I want to have a better work ethic when it comes to YouTube videos and just work ethic in general, because I've just been... I want to work on my health, which I might be trying to pull up too many goals at once, but it helps my mind because it's less for me to worry about in my mind. And your theme means whatever it means to you. I might change what I think the year of the mind is halfway through, and that's fine as long as you're working towards it. And you're making an effort, at least a little bit. A good point in the video was like, it's not about pass fail this one goal, it's about the trend line. If you have a positive trend line, it's a success. Or even slowing down the negative, it's a success. As long as you tried, you know? And if you're someone who struggles with New Year's resolutions or hasn't really done them, like me, I would recommend watching the video. Give yourself a theme. Even if you're watching this like at the end of February, like, go for it. Why not? It's a great route to try to improve yourself. And everyone can improve themselves, no matter who they are. Another thing I want to bring up, I intentionally waited to record this when I wasn't in a great mood. Because that's what I'm trying to focus in on. Because when I'm in a great mood, stuff's not going to get to me. I'm not going to get easily frustrated and lash out. It's when I'm in a bad mood that things are vulnerable. And sometimes you're just going to be in a bad mood, right? That's uncontrollable, but it's how we handle that and how we influence other people. Okay. You know what? I'll switch the ban for that. He's killed me a couple times now, and I thought, like, me out of all those people, and I think that's unrealistic. I don't think he's going just after me, and even if he was, why should I care? Right? That's a thing that got to me that shouldn't have, so I switched the ban for that. Even though, like, I'm playing a goofy huntsman sniper, why should I care? And that brings me to a great point of the first waking moment where I realized, like, this is kind of bad. I was streaming. It was a bit before the 24-hour stream. I was playing Trollger, and I was playing Trollger with a friend, and there was a scout that we could not garden. He kept killing us. He was the best scout ever. And I was getting, like, you just gotta garden this guy once, man. And I was getting, like, really upset in my mind, and I was being unpleasant mentally. And just in chat and towards the friend who was with me. At least I thought. Not really in chat. I think I was silent in chat. But still, I didn't like myself then and, like, the time after. Jason? I'll melee you. I know I'll lose. I'll melee. No, yeah, the Scoidenfreud doesn't get to me. That's fine. And I was playing Trollger versus, like, one of the best classes in the game, and I'm getting upset that I'm getting punished for it. Like, why? And even beyond that, more meta, we're playing a video game. I should be enjoying myself. I should be having fun, no? Oh boy. Maybe we can lose him. Let's stand on this side. Okay, we lost him. Nice. Ooh. That's one of those fun moments. So why do we get frustrated in PvP games? Why do we lash out at people? I can't speak for everyone as to why that is, but I think for some, it's a little bit of ego. Just a little bit of ego that just makes you think, oh, you're better, you should have won that example, they got lucky. Whatever, right? It's hard to admit you've been bested at some level. And that's not the whole reason. I can't speak for the whole reason why that happens. And obviously, who am I to say, like, why we get frustrated? Like, all of our brains work different. Like, do you realize how incredible it, like, we're even conscious? We're trying to figure out how that works. I'm here talking about frustration in a video game, and we're conscious right now? Are you kidding me? This is what we're talking about? Alright, here comes the bomb. Oh my god. That's lucky. What's up, dude? Hanging out? Very lucky. It's true. It does help. I've been trying to articulate this point about competitive forever, so I'm just going to use this next take how it is, because I'm sick of it rolling backwards. My theory of ego makes more sense when you look at it from a competitive angle, because in competitive, there's way more stakes, it's higher stress, you have way more control over the situations, you have handpicked teams, you have tons of communications. We want to talk about this, like, spree right here with the headshots? Jeez. Oh, sorry, medic. Better luck next time. I'm saying there's a lot of factors in communication that amplify that sort of aggressiveness, and the increased frequency of trash talk doesn't help either. In my experience in competitive, like, I've only played one season of Highlander, one season of Prolander, and a couple seasons of Sixes. I'll focus on Sixes because it's, like, the most played, most experience there. First I played Medic. I didn't like that. It was, like, too stressful for me. Too many people yelling at me. Then I tried Scout, and I don't have great aim for that. That's hard. And I played Soldier, and I went for Gardens too often. And the rocket aim is insane. And then I played Demo. And Demo I had the most fun with, by far. I'm not sure why. I can't quite put a pin in that. Maybe, like, I think it's a little bit because anything directly versus a Demo, in my mind, it's hard to combat. Like, if if a soldier bombs me and I miss the earshot, I don't have support, there's not much I could have done there. If a scout, you know, tunnels me and I melt, what can you do? I think it was easier to call like a John, like it doesn't matter. I couldn't have done anything there. I did everything I could. Whatever. I'll say it's hard speaking extemporaneously. And to be fair, I think a point here is because I'm so focused on talking and making points, my brain doesn't have that much time to be negative and be ticked. So I'm getting helped a little bit in that perspective. And bringing it around to toxicity in TF2, this is something I've not talked about, and it hurts me to talk about. Speaking of hurt me, like a year and a half ago, I reached out to RGL, a bunch of competitive groups, to just anonymous examples of toxicity, and just what's happened to them. And I interviewed several people. I have those interviews. I did 1 or 2 voice interviews of their experiences, and I couldn't do it. It's my biggest, like, failure to me that these people reached out to me, and I couldn't make something that I felt did it justice. These people poured their heart out and told me horrible things that happened to them. Like grooming, doxing, awful things. And I'm worried that I can't put together a good representation of what happened. And it hurts me that I've disappointed them like that, even if they don't feel that way. And I've wanted to make a project about it for a long time, and I can't work the pieces. I can't figure it out in a way that handles it with class, effort, and the appropriate amount of care. And that sucks. It's really really rough. I'm tearing up a little bit here because quite unpleasant to let people let that many people down, even if it's in private. One of them got said they regretted in the middle of the interview. They regretted talking to me because they thought I was with the group of people that did negative things. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get into the specifics. That's gonna be a drag for sure. I'm gonna switch the armband because I've just beat myself up in my mind from what I've been talking about, and that's not. It's important to treat people right, myself included. I need to treat myself okay, and that wasn't great. We're getting personal, and no one's probably making it this deep, and that's fine. I'll talk about another personal story in this game. I had it was my first like serious relationship, and a very negative one. It ended horrible, and this game was involved. We didn't meet on this game. We met on like Payday or something, but we both played this game quite a bit. Not competitive. We just played this game, and it went negative. I think both of us handled that relationship and went about it very poorly. We both made some blunders, and I'm not going to get into the specifics of that. I'm going to talk about the aftermath and how it affected this game and my thinking, because that's what really matters. What happened was, after the breakup, the ex in question... Oh, I'm going to die to a butter. What happened was... I can't even... It's very upsetting to think about. What happened was she got a bunch of people together and just made up things. Just straight up made up situations took existing situations and changed them. It made me like I was a shitty person in that relationship, but there were definitely mistruths and what in the rumors she spread. I'm sorry for laughing there. I guess comedy is how I cope a little bit, but a lot of the games I ran into someone from that group starting shit. I got comments on my profile. One death threat that I didn't take very seriously. Like, why? It's very hurtful. I just want to be done with the relationship, and now I have like some people coming after me in a place where I'm supposed to be having fun and be relaxed. I was in a competitive team, bunch of close friends. It was open team. Obviously, I'm not good. And we got a request to scrim from the team with the ex and a whole bunch of her mates, and I thought, this can't be good. And why did I know that that was their team? Because after being targeted that long, I felt like I had to keep tabs. Every single friend request I thought was bait. I had to research every friend request, check mutual friends, check everything, because I was afraid to get hurt again. And I'm sad to say that I was right on a few occasions. So this is one of the times that I was right. I thought, there's no way they would scrim this team. It's bait. It's bait to do some shit to me. So I said, tell you what, Mr. Team Lead, let's get a ringer for me tonight. Give me the STV. So STV in this game is how you spectate without being in the server. You get a certain delay. So I said, give me STV, get a ringer. I will spectate, and you guys play. And I suspect that I'm not gonna be there, and suddenly they will not be interested in playing the game. And I was right. They joined, and then they said they had they accidentally scheduled 2 scrims in a row. But I can see that they're playing casual right after. It saddens me that I went to verify that. It's a sad thing to do. But I was right. Their only interest was to get in my head or bother me in some way. Whoa. Big. not really that big. It realistically did nothing. Even if the medic and the pyro stood in that corner, it didn't do anything. But it felt very nice to hit that taunt. I'd never go for that. And even throughout this whole story and all my experience, if I was doing this band thing, I would have never switched what arm the band was on from thinking negatively or thinking harm on any of the individuals involved. I would have switched the band from negative thoughts against myself, because I blame myself for everything that occurred there, and that was unfair to myself. That's just not how it was. It's hard to see that. It's hard to get that perspective. Ooh, we're through that story. I didn't when I have talking points. Like I'm tabbing out to check talking points that I want to talk about. That wasn't in the talking points, but it led there, and I think I'm happy it did, because we're past it now. That story is out there, and that reminds me, if you guys have any stories or experiences, or even like viewpoints or thoughts that you wanna share, please do. I'd love to hear what you think, and even if you think this is a stupid idea, the critique is valid. I don't know what you guys think of this, and it would be incredible if you guys got a theme and went with it as well. And I think this is the end of this journey. The future of this series, I'm gonna jump around to different games. I'm gonna get guests on to talk about things, because my experience only goes so far. It's gonna be great to talk about other people. And if you're one of those people who have a lot to talk about in this sort of thing, I could talk to you about it. That'd be sick. I'd love to get people for this on this project. That's great. Thank you so much for listening and being here. The 1% of you that watched this far, or listen to some idiot ramble. I think that's all I have to say for now. I'm not sure what the next game will be, if there'll be a guest next episode, but thanks for being here. Goodbye.